yeah, you're at the Preds game, Canucks game in Nashville, performing at the intermission, and drinking beer out of a dead catfish. I need to know the story behind this. Was this pre-planned? Because I didn't know this, but it's a thing to bring catfish to Predators games. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know who the heck started it, but yeah, they like throw catfish onto the ice, and they happen to have a cooler with a catfish in it. And I was just talking with one of the people that booked me for the show, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we've had people drink beer out of it before." And I was like, I want to do that. And I did not do it for like a viral moment. My friends were there. I was like, make sure if I'm going to do this, make sure you guys at least get an iPhone video. But because it was like before I sang, they actually ended up getting like Sportsnet and the whole crew there to get it on video. And I was like, okay, that was cool. That was fun. But then the fact that it actually went like berserk online is nuts.
Yeah, and it's so perfect because you have a new song, Creek Out, right? And you literally mentioned, like, the lyric is catch you like a catfish. So I was like, how perfect is that?
It was definitely perfect. And my manager ended up reaching out to the Predators before, like, knowing I was going to be playing there. And they were like, can she do anything with a catfish? And it just happened that this ended up being perfect. And it happened to kind of organically, but kind of planned.
I love that. And it's like, it just makes me so proud that you're Canadian, because it's just like such a cool thing to do, just chug beer out of a catfish. Like, that's baller.
Well, and I am actually from the East Coast, and in Newfoundland, I'm from Prince Edward Island, but in Newfoundland they kiss the cod, which I've never done, but I've been to Newfoundland 1,000 times. So this was just like my version of kissing the cod, except drinking out of a catfish.
Ugh, it was so nice. I loved how my favorite is like, you pour like a tall boy of beer in. Like, where did it go? Because it didn't come out.
I know, that was the worst part. I was supposed to be chugging this beer, and I pour not the whole beer, but a lot of the beer into this fish, and it was so clean, the fish, it was totally gutted. And I think like the bottom end was cut and a bunch of the beer went all the way through, or the catfish was really thirsty, because once I lifted it and I poured it into my mouth, it was literally just like a few drops of fish guts that was coming into my mouth. So I didn't exactly get to chug a beer, but a little bit came out.
It was still so great. And was that your manager who was helping you? Like, his face was priceless. Like, that was almost one of my favorite parts of it. He was like...
I know. Yeah, he was definitely disgusted by it, but he's loving the part that is cool, and like, you know, going viral is fun, whatever, but that people are actually relaying it back to my music and the song, because at the end of the day, I was there performing. Yes, I did something silly, but it's kind of fun. Like, Sports Illustrated posted that about the song, and like Barstool Sports, and it's crazy.
You're going to be there for Kitchener and Waterloo's Welcome Fest on the 24th, so get to see you really soon.
Yeah, that is my next performance, is the 24th in Kitchener, and that's going to be super fun because it's like a full headlining set. So I'll get to play like all my songs and have a lot of fun.
Are you going to bring out any catfish?
No, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to be a thing now? Because I saw Megan Maroney drink out of a cowboy boot the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so badass. Did I think that I was going to then drink out of a fish? No. But now I'm like, wow, if I've done a fish, I'm sure I could do a cowboy boot. And I'm seeing all these artists drink out of cowboy boots on stage. I'm like, is that your boot? Is that a fan's boot? Like, where are we getting these boots?
I almost feel like the boot is worse than the fish, to be honest.
I know. I'm kind of thinking, I mean, that fish was fully cleaned and it was on ice.
Right? Like, it's better than a boot. Well, maybe now, because your song Creek, you should have audience members do it. Maybe this will be your new thing during that song.
I'll have to like put a dead gutted catfish on my rider for backstage for every time I go to a gig. Must have a catfish.
Yeah, that Alli girl, she has a weird request.
Yeah, blue M&Ms only, and catfish.
I love it. Well, it was so great getting to chat with you. I really wanted to touch base after all this, and I'm so happy for you being in Nashville and signing your new record. It's so cool to see all your success. So
thank you. Yeah, I mean, having a team is just beyond amazing. As much as you can do on your own as an independent artist, I'm excited to kind of take it to the next level and work with a whole group of people that are just on my side and ready to see the fans more too, because then I can book all these great festivals and see the fans.
Yeah, well, this is just the start. I'm so excited. Thank you, Al.
Well, yeah, thanks for chatting.